All right, let's see who we got coming in here. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Let's see, Tram, I see your first one in here. So Tram, if you want to say hi, feel free. Can you hear me okay? Looks like you're off mute. I'm not sure why I can't hear you, but if you want to say hi in the chat, feel free to say hi in the chat. And if there's anything specifically today that you're looking to see, that would be great. Tram, I know you're in here quite a bit, so that would be fantastic. Let's see. We got a couple AI note takers popping in. Hey to the AIs, right? We got to be polite to our AI folks out there. Dan, welcome back. Saw you just popped in. Dan, you can unmute yourself and say hi if you want to. Let's see. Dan, can you hear me okay? Looks like you're off mute. Looks like you and Trem are both off mute, but I can't hear you guys for some reason. So if you want to say hi in the chat, let me know if there's anything specifically today that's on your mind. That would be great before we jump into anything. Let's see. We've got one, two, three, four. Okay. Um, the one thing that I wanted to cover today, and it's something that we were talking about this last couple weeks just internally, is the real importance of if you don't already have them set up, but the importance of your preset landing pages. Preset landing pages are important because if you really take the time and lean into the specificity of your client or the reason you're reaching out, that's a big part of what a preset landing page is really all about. Because at the end of the day, you want to be able to speak really specifically to that part of your audience and have certain assets set up that are able to make that conversation, not only possible, but, meaningful in terms of what you want to get out of the client or the prospect that you're reaching out to. So I think it's a really, really big part of when you're trying to look at this in terms of how do I make this the most effective page possible. So presets in general, just as a reminder in terms of what they are, preset landing pages are when you send someone a Dubb video, they click on it, and they end up here, the preset landing page. Now, if you don't already have these set up, I think most folks in here that already have Dubb, if you've had your account set up, your optimization set up, that's great. If you have not had that done, just shoot a quick email over to support or use the intercom inside the Dubb website and say, I'd like my optimization account set up if you're on a paid plan and you haven't had that done yet, because they're going to be able to walk through and set all this up for you. But just in general, when you're thinking about your preset landing pages, you want them to speak to the audience. So if I was in real estate and I represented buyers, sellers, FISBOs, expireds, whatever those splits are, I would want to have specific preset landing pages for those parts of my audience. If I was in recruitment and I did employers and candidates, just in terms of that simple split, I would want pages for both. If I was in insurance, I would have different pages for life, the different kinds of insurances that are out there. If you're in mortgages, FHA, veteran loans, all those different kinds, you have the different landing pages for those folks. When it comes to coaching and consulting, depending on, maybe you're working with enterprise companies or small biz or medium size, also the different industries that you might be working with. Maybe you're coaching healthcare and you're coaching tech crowds. So you want to have pages that speak to those different folks. And the reason that's important is because when you end up on a landing page preset like you are here, this initial video that is made to that individual person or that group of people that you're reaching out to or re-engaging with, that is really about them. That focus in terms of what's the hook, what value you're trying to bring to them, what's going to stop them, make them want to watch that video like we've talked about before. And then obviously the playlist is where there's going to be a little bit of differentiation in terms of your audience. So if I was in real estate and I did buyers and sellers and this was my buyer page, I would want to have an evergreen video here in the playlist that would be my pitch video in terms of um, you know, why I'm so good at working with buyers. That would be what that video would be about, a minute or 2 minutes or no longer than 2 minutes. And that's the pitch video for that. And then if it was a seller audience, the seller page would be a video playing right after that would speak to why I work with sellers and the success I've had with working with them. So these evergreen videos that you record one time about what you do, if you have that split in your audience and you have those individual preset landing pages that you're looking at right now that speak directly to them, you should have a video you record one time that talks about how you've worked with that segment of the audience. Again, if I was in recruitment, I would have my employee video that would play after. Hey, this is Rob. I've worked with a lot of employees looking to get placed. And then if it was the employer, hey, this is Rob. I've worked with a lot of folks like yourself and companies large and small, and with placement has been really great. Here's what we do to do that, that kind of thing. And then lastly, within this playlist here, if you have video testimonials and they're specific to the page that you're on. So again, if I'm on, let's take coaching and consulting. If this is my coaching and consulting healthcare page where I work with a lot of healthcare companies, I would want healthcare testimonials of folks that I've worked with. If it was like a tech page, I work with tech companies, I would want my tech client testimonials there. Now, we've mentioned this before. To get video testimonials from your clients, this button right down here at the bottom, reply with video, is a really good way to get those video testimonials. You don't have to meet them in Zoom or Google Meets or anywhere else. You can send them a quick video with that button below it. Hey, this is Rob. Listen, thank you so much for going with our company. Would love to get a video testimonial from you so other people can learn about your journey that you've had and hear your success. All you have to do is click the reply with video button below. Nothing to download. Just put your email in and let me know, what have you enjoyed about the process that you've had here. Then they send the video back to you and you put it in your playlist. So for every specific preset landing page you have for your different parts of your audience, if you can get those video testimonials specific to that part of the crowd, it would be great to add them in right here. And this kind of closes the loop in terms of what that little experience can be for someone to go on that is part of that audience. And then below here, your buttons should speak specifically to what you want that next person to do. Now, with buyers and sellers in real estate, if the next thing is you want them to book a time with you just to chat and go over what you want to go over, well, the book a time calendar link makes sense and you don't really have to change that. But if you do have specific preset landing pages, maybe you could have some case studies down here, a link to a case study of buyers, sellers. So depending on your industry and what you want them to do, whether it's fill out a form, check out your site, whatever that next action is, have them download a guide or a document, that value that we always talk about, have them download something, but have the button speak specifically to the page that it's on for that audience. And the last part of being specific with these preset landing pages is having the correct AI sales assistant, SIA, trained up the way you need it to be trained up when you send these videos out. Because when you send a video out to someone and the preset landing page is specific to that audience, you want the AI sales assistant to be specific with its knowledge that it has so it can impart that upon the person that's probably looking to either book a time in your calendar, maybe email you back, maybe fill out that form, maybe download that document, maybe download that listing agreement or that contract. So it's important for the AI to be educated on what that audience is looking for. So in this case, as we've mentioned with the AI sales assistants before, you can set up 20 FAQs. You can ask the AI a question. The AI will push for whatever your desired outcome is. So depending on the audience and what you want them to do next, whether it's fill out the form, go to their website, book a time, that's what it's going to push for. So when you have this set up and it specifically has knowledge on what that part of your audience wants to know, that's what we find to be the most effective. Now, with these setups, and I'll kind of walk through this a little bit here, with the landing pages, the preset landing pages, how do we set that up? Well, like I was saying before, if you had your optimization setup call with the team, they help set these things up. So when you meet with them, they're going to help you set all this stuff up. And if you've already had it done and you know what you're doing, great. If you need to just kind of get a little refresher and you're looking to set up new pages for different parts of your audience, just go right over here under assets to the left. You go right under here to presets. Okay, that's where your landing pages are going to be, your preset landing pages. So you click here. This is a little tutorial video that will give you a reminder on how to set these up. And then you can set up multiple pages like we just talked about, different pages for different parts and segments of your audience. And when it's set up, all you have to do is click the blue plus button to create a new one. But when it's set up, all you have to do is come down here and add the buttons, right? That's a call to action buttons over here to the left. Those are the buttons below the video. So you need to create those first before you can add them. They have to exist. And then in here, you can hit the blue plus button to create a new one. or you can delete the ones that are in here. And all you have to do is just click in here and search for the buttons that are already created, and you're able to add them. You also can physically change the order of these. So I can move it up there, or I can move it all the way down the bottom, whatever order I want that to be in. Typically, the best order is from left to right in terms of what you want them to do. That's the most important thing. And then below here, your sales assistant. So to add one in here, you want to already have gone over here to sales assistants and set them up. And like I was saying before, buyer, sellers, real estate, easy split, have a buyer assistant, a seller assistant on the page if you want to have the AI on the page. And then below here, you have your playlist videos. Those videos we just talked about, those videos that play right after the video that you've recorded. And all you have to do is click in here. Obviously, the videos have to exist in the video library for you to choose from them. So either you've uploaded them into the Dubb platform or you've recorded them and saved them in there, and then you're able to find them and you can change the order around here as well. You have other options down here for page design that you can choose. You have video settings in here. We always recommend having auto video play off because if you send that to someone, the video could start to play, but there's no sound on it, and they have to restart it and undo the sound. So if you have this checked, I would uncheck this so it just waits for someone to press the play button. That's what's more attractive for someone to do. You also can add tags in here. You can set up color palettes, all this kind of stuff. Background image like we have here, that's a specific one. Or you can choose from a theme. You just type a theme in, you can choose from it there, or center or left justified, and then hit save and close. And then you're creating all these different preset landing pages for different parts of your audience. Now, to set up the sales assistants, right? Like we talked about before, this assistant on the page, it should be educated on that part of your audience. What you want to do is you want to come back in here and you want to go over here to the left under assets and select sales assistants. And when you're in here, just set them up for different parts of your audience. Blue plus button is to create a new one. And when you come in here and do this, give it an internal name. Like this is, if I was in recruitment, this is my employer sales assistant. This is my candidate assistant. And then start adding these resource links, which are going to be website links, individual website links in here. The AI will learn physically what's in text on those pages. And then when you come down here, you can create your FAQs. You can do up to 20 of these in here. And then down here below that, you can upload a PDF, which can have all kinds of information about what that AI is supposed to be trained on so that audience knows what's happening and what the answers can be for their questions. Here's your little message that would be on the AI assistant. So whatever you wanted to say on the page, it would say that. And then you also can collect information here as well if you need to. You have a response title and a link because that's what you want the SIA to push for. Is it pushing for going towards your website, going towards booking calendar, whatever you want it to do? And then all you have to do is hit save and close. In terms of the buttons, your call to action buttons, that's right under here. Again, this video tells you how to set it up. Blue plus button to create a new one. And all you have to do is come in here, give the button, an internal name. You choose the type. What type of button do you want it to be? Give it a description, save everything, and you're good to go. Now, SIA itself, the sales assistant on the page, doesn't always have to be just on the physical page as well. You can remove it from the page, but it also can be sent as just a link itself. So inside Dubb, if I'm in the sales assistants here and I've created them, there's a little link right here that says external link. And I can click this and it will open up like a ChatGPT in its own separate tab here. I can just copy this, paste it in an email, and send it to someone. So if I sent it to someone, it would be an experience like this. And it's typically good to already have kind of a little relationship with someone, instead of right out of the gate sending it, maybe have a back and forth and say, hey, John, here's my sales assistant, can answer any questions that you have. They click on it, opens up, and they're able to have that experience where they can really find out everything they want to find out. And then it would even provide that link for them to book a time in the calendar if that's what you wanted to happen. So SIA, the AI sales assistants, can go out to your audience as a link like this separately, or it can be on the landing page, or you can do both. You also can do that for social media. So when you're doing your social media posts, if we go over here as an example, we always say when you're going to record a video for social media, definitely download the MP4 version of your video and follow the normal process to upload it to whatever platform you're using, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever it is. Because every Dubb video that you record, if I'm in here in the video library, has an MP4 version you can download, which is right here. So you just download the MP4 version, follow the process on LinkedIn to upload it. And when you're recording the video, make it a minute or less and say, click the link in the pinned comment below if you'd like to learn more. And the link in the pinned comment can be one of two things. It can either be a link to a Dubb page like we just saw, just like this. This says, thanks for watching my video. And then they can do a bunch of actions like you would normally see. Or you can have SIA be here, that external link that we just looked at, where when they click on it, it will take them to a page that looks like this, and they don't have to watch another video after watching a video, and they can immediately interact. So it's really just a choice of what you really want that experience to be. But at the end of the day, you just want to make sure that your experience with the preset landing pages, with the buttons, with the videos, that everything is really related to being very specific towards what your audience is and what that messaging is for them, especially with the hook that you've created. And that's one of the biggest things that we really want everyone to focus on. And if you want to send us a video, I'm putting this in the chat right now, feedback at Dubb. That's the email. People have sent it over to us. We really like going through them. Sometimes there are little adjustments that you can make. But if you haven't taken advantage of feedback at Dubb when you're recording these videos, whether you're just starting them and you're reaching out to clients or prospects, or you've been doing Dubb for a while and you want to try something new, maybe a new little visual thing that you want to try, feel free to send those over because sometimes, again, there can just be a slight adjustment in the hook or whatever you need to do for that. The style of the videos is really something that you really want to think about in terms of when you're recording these things because there are many styles of videos that you can record with Dubb. You could do a virtual background like this with the webcam. You can also do the phone that we've talked about before, where you get the Dubb mobile app on your phone. It's got a whiteboard where you can type a message. You have the ability to be on people's websites with the Chrome extension screen recorder. Anything browser based, you're on top of the site like this. You have the desktop app that can go on top of anything on top of your computer, whether it's a Canvas slide, video, you can crop like you've seen right here. The desktop screen recorder is pretty amazing. And then obviously you also have the mobile app, which has virtual background, picture in picture like you see right here using both cameras on the phone. So really think about use cases. So if we think about this use case right here, this is really good for property walkthroughs if you're in real estate. Instead of just showing what's in front of you, you're using both cameras. Now, the reason you're seeing on here the house right there and you see this background behind me, the only reason you're seeing that is because I recorded that directly through my window right out over here. So if you were really out in the physical space, I would obviously be outside across the street. So it would be the same background. But that's why that's different. Now, you can also, outside of real estate, if you're not in real estate and you want to use something like this, you can do it in a couple scenarios. You can pull up someone's profile or website on your laptop or your desktop computer, take your phone and just record and lean into the person's profile or website. And you can do the same kind of thing where you're recording and talking about something that's on their site or even on their LinkedIn profile. And that's a different kind of neat visual way someone sees you presenting yourself that looks totally different than when someone else is sending. You also can use this specific style for when you're doing live events. So if you're doing like you're at a convention, or maybe you have a booth set up, or maybe you're just attending this large event where you're meeting a bunch of people, you can always hit record and you're talking to someone. Maybe you're doing a quick little interview. You're there. The person you talk to is there as well. You can have a pre-video recorded where after you've gone to the event, you show a bunch of people there. You're talking about what it was like being at the event. And then you could send that out to any contacts that you have saying it was great meeting you at the event. And they can physically see you there. And they say, oh, yeah, you were at the event too. That would work really well visually. Also, you could have a QR code set up where every Dubb video has a QR code. So you could always go to an event, have that QR code set up with a video that already says it was really nice meeting you at the event before you even get there. You can also use QR codes on physical properties. So if you're sending out, mailers or things like that, those work really well at the same time. Hey, thanks for taking me out of your mail stack. So think about these different scenarios, but this one specifically, property walkthroughs in real estate, pulling up something on your computer where you can go like this, and then being at live events, the picture-in-picture function on the mobile app is really good. This one right here for browser-based screen recording with the Chrome extension, which is right up here at the top. All you have to do is Google Dubb Chrome extension. This is anything browser based. So any site that you want to pull up and you physically want to be on that little block or circle or whatever the shape is, and you want to use annotations, walk someone through something, this is a really nice, straightforward way to do it. And I'm using the tab option on the Chrome extension where it just is a nice clean cut of the tab, and you're able to do that. This is a market update in real estate, but again, any industry that you're in, pull up a different part of their profile or their website, or even maybe a PDF document that you have there that's browser based, you want to walk someone through, this is a nice way to do it. And then you also have that desktop app that we were talking about before. So the desktop app, you can crop in any way you want to crop around something to get a little closer. That's what I did here on the market update. And you can be a little more specific. The desktop app also plays pre-recorded videos inside the bubble. So maybe you wanted to pre-record something, drop it in the bubble there and put it on top of anything that you want so you don't have to multitask. Maybe you want to reach out on LinkedIn to a bunch of people, but you don't want to record individual videos. Record something before, use the Dubb desktop app narrator video function, and just put it on top of anyone's profile. So these styles have specific use cases. This is a very basic one where you can't get any more straightforward than a message you're going to have on your phone that you're holding towards the camera. So if you're reaching out to someone in prospecting where they've never met you before, which sending a video on cold is we always say A/B test. Send a bunch of videos without a video, send a bunch with a video that you record one time. So if you're doing like a blast to a bunch of cold people, whatever, what's the phrase that you want them to associate with? What's the hook? Because you definitely want to have it in the subject line, and it wants to be close to mirrored on this one here because you got to get them to open the email before they can see that inside here. So think about that hook. This kind of style it really lends itself to the strength of the hook because you're reading the words that you're saying right like this. So if you're on ChatGPT, jump into chat and say, give me 20 different hooks about my audience, make them 5 to 6 words at the most, and have that question or statement right here front and center when you're doing that. You can even do a combination of both. So if you had the virtual background behind you from the same webcam, like I could take Sarah's profile there and I could hold up the phone and do the same thing, but have a specific question or statement for Sarah related to why I'm reaching out. And I can just combine both of them doing that. So if you have recorded certain types and styles of videos that I've just showed and you haven't tried others, feel free to try some others because there might be a style that works a little better in terms of what you're trying to do. And that's why we say send them over to feedback at Dubb. If you want to get some feedback or you're not seeing the opens or you're not seeing the responses that you like, let us investigate it a little bit and see what we can do to kind of increase that. Because again, it just might be a slight adjustment in terms of what you want to do. So, okay, so let me pop back here and open it up a little bit. Fran, I see you came in. G, I see you came in as well. Any questions or thoughts from anyone today? Kind of a little open forum day to kind of give some feedback, or if you have any questions on anything. Anybody want to go? Fran, do you want to step forward? Gia, do you want to step forward? Anybody? Fran, go ahead. Let's see, you should be able to be on mute there, Fran. Go ahead.
Yeah. Do you guys have a paper list? Do this first, do this second.
Oh, like a task, like you just got going. What do you do?
Yeah, because I'm not that good.
I would say, let me ask this, friend. Did you just get going with Dubb or were you at in kind of the whole journey?
I had asked a couple of questions on the support, never got back. They never got back to me. So,
Yeah, they usually are pretty good at that. They must have been pretty slammed, I guess. They're usually very good at that. Fran, let me ask you this. How long have you had Dubb for? Like, how long has it been now?
no, I haven't got it yet. I want to get it, and that was
Oh,
the
got it.
case.
Okay. So you're kind of playing around with the free trial yet. You haven't made the jump. Have you recorded any videos yet?
I didn't play with the free one even.
Okay. So I would say the first things first I would do is I would go back in. In fact, what I can do is I can redo your free trial to get it going again because that way, it'll get you moving. Because I think the biggest thing is when you ask, like, is there a list? Well, the first thing you want to do is establish what's the use case. So for you, friend, what's your industry? What do you do?
Um, we're doing the section 125, but I want to start recruiting people, whether it be MLMs or because you don't need a license with that.
Okay, so you're looking to recruit folks for MLM, is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Okay.
the Section 125, the research and development. You had showed me somebody last week that had that. It
Okay.
was called Dreams.
Okay. So I would say the biggest thing if you're looking to do that, so you're kind of looking to recruit folks, right?
Correct.
Okay. Those folks that you're looking to recruit, where do they kind of live? Would you be going on LinkedIn to find them? Would you do you have email lists? Like where do they kind of exist?
I have email lists
Okay.
that I was given a long time ago, well, a long time ago,
Yeah.
uh, 5 months, but I don't have to use it.
Mm-hmm.
So he updates that list.
Mm-hmm.
They're double opt-ins,
Mm-hmm.
whether it be business or um, B2C.
Okay. So you have a list of folks, and those are all cold, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So other than those email lists, so that's just one group. Do you do any LinkedIn outreach? Where are these people other than those lists? Are they anywhere else that you can reach out to, or is that basically where you're looking to kind of concentrate on?
Well, I'm not too good on trying to get into LinkedIn and everything on
Okay.
the computer.
Okay.
And people, the one person who was supposed to train me,
Mhm.
she got married and went back
Sure.
to Venezuela.
Got it. Okay. Hey, listen, getting married is always a good move, right? You get them being happy. Okay. So I would say this. Why don't we just focus on one thing at a time? So let's just take those emails that you have, okay? Those cold emails. So, and you can watch this recording back, friend. So this is going to be on YouTube support. We'll drop that link in here in a little bit. So just go back to this recording later today or whenever you want to, okay? And by the way, Ina just extended your trial, which is fantastic. Thank you, Ina. So you get a fresh 7 days, friend. So what I would say is this, and then when you watch this back, this would kind of be the advice on this. This particular style, I would do something like this. Okay. Now with the cold emails, this is what you want to do. So whatever the number is, take a bunch of the cold emails and do not put a video in them for one part. The other part, do a video, which I'll get to in a second. But for the part of the list that you're sending a cold, because cold email is tough. I'd send one without a video just to test it. But do you use ChatGPT at all, Fran?
Yes, I can
Okay.
use that.
Okay. Go into chat, describe exactly like you just did to me, who your audience is, what the hook is, like why should they even listen to you? Right? What's the point, right? To go in there and say, give me 20, give me 100, whatever. Give me 20 subject line hooks. So someone wants to click on the email. And then you kind of play with them a little bit. Now, when you do this, then inside here in the body of the email, remember, this is for the no video one. I would make something like a statement and then a question. So ask chat, say, give me one statement about what we do that's like a hook after the subject line. We're talking about in the body of the email. Give me one subject line that's nice and hooky and makes sense. And then have one pointed question for that person so they can respond. And if that person responds, if that cold person responds to that email with no video and responds to the question, then you record a video and send it to them back. Because that way you can see your face, they can hear you, try the whole deal. Then you just send a video back to them in this style right here. You don't have to have the phone on this. If they responded and they're like, hey, I want to know more, you can just smile and wave, but it's always nice to have a message on here. Like, thanks for responding, and then you send it back. That's for the ones without a video. And they respond, you send them one. The other part of the list, record one video one time, like this in this style, from the webcam with the Dubb mobile app on the phone, with the hook, and decide, as chat, what's that hook, just like you just did with the other one, to make someone want to click on this. Same deal. You can use the same hook if you want to. But when you send this one out, make sure you have the word video in the subject line, the first thing that they see. And then a little text in here terms of why they should watch the video. And then this is what it would look like right here. Now, to record this that you just see right here, this is what you'd have to do. You go inside Dubb, and when you're in the dashboard, you're going to click this red camera icon that sits right up here at the top. And when you click that here, that's going to open up just like this. And when it does, grab the Dubb mobile app on your phone. And when you have it, this is the button you're going to use. Here's the Dubb mobile app. So just go to the App Store or Google Play Store and put in Dubb app, get it, and then click this little square button right there, the little square at the top right there. And when you select that, that's where you can type. And then you type that hook in here, okay? And once you type the hook, I'm just going to click this for right now just because I have this here. Type the hook, turn it, and there it is right there, whatever your hook is. And then all you have to do is hit record. You get your 3, 2, 1 countdown. Hey, this is Rob. Listen, I want to send this to you, blah, 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 blah. You know, whatever you're going to say, whatever is related to the hook. Remember, have some good, strong value that you're telling them, educate them on something they're unaware of, offer some value. Maybe there's a link below where they can download something, and then tell them to take that next action, like book a time in your calendar or whatever you want them to do. Click the save button right here. That's going to save it into the platform. And then once it's saved in Dubb, then you have the ability to send it. Now, depending on the sending, do you have a CRM like that you use, Brent, or are you going to use Dubb, or what do you use?
I'll use Dubb. I do have one, but
Okay. Okay.
confused again.
Okay.
They don't.
Yeah, I would say this, like while you're on the free trial, because the free trial doesn't have bulk sending, but I would send a couple, just manually test them, send them to a couple of the contacts that you have. And if you, again, if you want to send it to feedback at Dubb before you send it out to anyone, send it over to us and we can tell you what we think. So I would do that. Now, to send the video that you recorded and it's saved in here, right? Here's your video. What you would do is come over here, open up a compose. Again, if it's a video in it, like we just talked about, have the word video, your hook, little bit of text, and then you either can do one of two things to add it in here. If you have the Dubb Chrome extension, which is a screen recorder up here at the top, just Google Dubb Chrome extension. It's a 3-step process to pin it. All you have to do is click the little shortcut button. If you're in Gmail, it's down at the bottom. If you're in Outlook, it's off to the right. Click this little button, come right over here. There's your video. See the video library? You find it right there. Click Advanced Options. Put the email of the person you're sending it to get that advanced tracking. You know, do they watch it? Do they click on any buttons? You can even add a little personalization text and just click Insert and it'll pop it right in. If you don't have the shortcut, this button, all you have to do is go right back inside of Dubb. Here's your video. Click Share and Send. Again, put the email of the person you're sending it to, and you can do a little personalization text at the top, you know, whatever you want to type. Click Copy for email, and it's just a copy and paste, and it drops it just in like that. So I would rewatch this part of the recording later today or whenever you have time on YouTube Dubb support. We'll drop the link in the chat in a bit. And that's what I would start to do, friend.
Okay. Sounds good.
That's the assignment. That's do exactly that. So that's exactly how you start. Does that make sense?
Yes, 100%.
Okay, so I'll expect that video in the next. No, I'm just kidding. Whenever you have time, that's cool. But send it over to us if you want to. We like reviewing that stuff.
Okay.
Cool. Any other questions, Fran? Anything else on your mind?
No, that would be it.
Okay, cool. Well, I look forward to seeing the stuff. That's awesome. So the free trials reset, and Fran, go do your thing when you got time.
Okay.
Cool. Anybody else have anything on their mind for today? It's kind of a little open forum day. Anybody? Dan, Gia, anybody? Tram, anybody? What do we got? Anybody else? Anybody? No? Okay. Well, listen, I think the biggest thing is what we covered today. Make sure you have your presets set up. That's one of the most important things. Your landing pages. Do you have your buttons? Do you have your videos? Figure out what your hook is. Get on a ChatGPT. If you use ChatGPT, say, give me the hook for my audience. Figure out your style, like we just covered today. So watch this video back when it's on YouTube support channel in a couple hours and really figure out what style do I want to do? And if you want feedback, email us at feedback@Dubb. That's one of the biggest things you can do. Ina, thanks for dropping that. Ina just dropped the chat in the link in there. You can go to our Rev Show channel, which has great content there. But YouTube at Dubb support, this video is going to be on there later in the day. And just watch the part back where I just talked about what's your style of video in the scenario for it, because I gave specific scenarios for what you're trying to do. So, whatever your industry is, find the use case, use the technology and the style that fits that use case that we talked about, and then start sending them. That's the biggest thing. So, Ina, anything you want to add to that?
I think you covered everything.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So everybody, we're gonna head out. If anybody doesn't have any questions, anything on anybody's mind, what's going on? Last call for this. What do we got? Anything? 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 What's the movie? Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Bueller? Does anyone know? All right. Well, cool. Well, listen, everybody. Thanks for coming in. We will be back tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat station. If you, and in the meantime, send us videos. Send them. Send them. We'll give you feedback. Send them if you want them. So thanks for coming, everybody. We will see you tomorrow. Thanks, Ina.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.